Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. I'm here with my commander, Cobra Commander, and I'm heading out towards the Arque community goal. There's some bounty hunting that needs to be done, some pirates that need cleaning up, and out here are a bunch of resource extraction sites where I can do exactly that. Not too far away from the station exists this gas giant. A lovely giant ring system here. It actually looks rather spectacular. Nice from the distance, but even better when you're actually down inside it. Now you can see that resource extraction site is actually quite near to the planetary shadow, and do remember that because it will come into play a little bit further into the video. But for now we're here in the sunshine, and already the pirates and the other wanted folk are fighting each other around here. So I set straight to work with attacking one of the Imperial Clippers here. These are usually quite high valued targets that were worth attacking and will give you a nice payout, but this one was being particularly troublesome. As you can see, he stripped away at my shields rather quickly, but that was largely because for whatever reason I just couldn't get behind him. I could have used a shield cell bank here, but I missed out on that, assuming that the shield was going to last just long enough to take him out. And as you can see, he finally did go, leaving me with quite a nice payment, and also leaving behind his little wreckage as well. So there is a couple of community goals in effect at the moment. There's this one right here. This is in the primary bubble. There's another one out near Jaques station. In fact, there's two others over at Jaques station, but we'll talk about those in a bit more detail further on. So here Arque is the only community goal within the main bubble at the moment, and that means it's attracted a lot of players around here. Not only that though, but the NPCs themselves seem to be a little bit more crazed than usual. That may just be a subjective opinion of mine, but it certainly seems that way. And you may have noticed right at the beginning of the video, as I was leaving the station, some NPCs were attacking the security forces around the station and then ended up getting destroyed. And that seems to be going on a little bit more than usual. Combat within the asteroid rings, or the ring systems of planets, has always been a favourite activity of mine right from the very early days of the game. They're wonderful looking areas, as you can see here. Now early on I mentioned the shadow of this particular planet, and you can tell that's actually worked its way round now, and we're consumed by it, making this area very dark, and it's quite easy to crash into some of the asteroids. Of course, events like this do make for some very nice hotspots for player activity, and if you ever do have trouble finding other players elsewhere in the game, it's always a worthy idea to go and head out towards some community goal, because without a doubt it's quite likely you're going to find at least a few players there. Or if it's a busy community goal like this one, then chances are you're going to find a significant amount of players. So after a few bounties collected, I decided to head back and hand them in and see what reward I was going to get for this community goal. Now the community goal still has a few days left on it, and still a few tiers left to unlock, so chances are I will be back there again very soon. But before I did go and do that, I wanted to spend some time in some of the other areas of the game, which we'll get to in just a moment. So there's the bounties handed in. We'll go and have a look on our reward here, and we can see just with that small amount we're in the top 75%, so quite nice. And again, I'll be back here before much longer, I think, to make a little bit more money and help out with the community goal. If you're anything like me, from time to time I like to sit outside these stations and watch players come and go. Over on the other side of the galaxy, Jaques station is getting up and running, and it's the central focus of a newly created bubble out here. There's two community goals out this way, and both of them are to establish new bases out here. This is potentially a significant change for the game. Even as it currently stands, now with Jaques back up and running again, you can buy ships here, you can outfit, you can get access to the commodities market and the mission board, and basically do just about anything you could actually want to. With a few more outposts out this way, the choice of outfitting and ships should increase quite dramatically. And if you're so inclined, it would seem that there'd be no reason to leave this particular inhabited area at all. And that's something, with this character at least, I plan on doing. I'm going to stay out here now. It's a very different area of space, a very beautiful area of space, and I have a feeling that it's going to be quite close to some oncoming alien activity in the future. And if you're so inclined to go out and do a bit of exploration, the galactic core really is that much closer, as well as a whole bunch of nearby nebula. Now what I need to do here is some mining. I haven't actually done any mining for quite a while, And I haven't done anything other than explore with this ship because it's been my exploration ship for the past year. But now, near these newly inhabited systems, it's enabling me to get involved in some different activities. The goal here is to find some osmium. Now, right near Jaques Station is this ringed planet, the one which round the station orbits, and it's got 2 rings. The inner ring is a metallic ring, and it's a pristine one at that, no less. And what that means is that you're going to have some extremely high chances of finding platinum, palladium and gold here, and in fact I went past a whole bunch of that stuff. They're metals that sold for a good price at Jaques Station, and so if you want you can make some quite good profit out here. But for now I'm just collecting some osmium, as that is a requirement for this particular community goal. And you can see my little limpets, my collected limpets, busying themselves away returning that stuff to me. And with a cargo hold full of goods, I went back to Jaques Station. Mission complete. Because this entire region of space has been untouched by human hands and only inhabited very recently, it means that every single ring system around here is pristine. And this of course will enable you to get the highest proportion of metals and materials out of them. It would seem then that the Colonia Nebula here at Jaques Station has many opportunities from this point forward. And you could do a lot worse than heading out this way and getting involved. A great place that's going to have a deep effect on the future of the game. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.